Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on one battle after another, starring Leonardo DiCaprio as an ex-revolutionary who has to reunite with his ex-buddies to save his kids. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys books 1 through 17, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. Paul Thomas Anderson writes and directs. So, I don't know, it seems kind of funny and goofy. It also seems a little disparate, the narrative, but what holds it together is that Leonardo DiCaprio's after his kid. He's trying to save his kid, so you kind of feel bad for him. Sean Penn's in it. Benicio del Toro's in it. I don't think I remember the rest of them. Regina Hall sounds kind of familiar. Here's Benicio as his like mentor or sensei. So, and then there's a funny bit here where Benicio goes into this secret thing and then boom. So that's kind of cool. September 26th. I mean, look, Leo's a great actor. I'm not sure this is the right role for him if this is supposed to be comedy. And I'm not sure what the message here is. I'm really confused to the message or where this even takes place. I think it takes place in America, and I'm not sure the time period either. But that being said, I might give it a chance. I mean, despite Leo's convictions about climate change and all that nonsense, and in my view, his obvious hypocrisy on it, it's less annoying than the ones who shouted about, say, politics. You know. And he is a pretty good actor. I mean, one of the best, really. So, I don't know, though, if this movie is for him. It feels a little off. But Benicio is very funny as the sensei. So I think this could work. But we'll see. I'm a little confused as to why they're revolutionaries and what they're revolutionaries of. And it's 16 years later. So revolutionary, what would that be? From 2009 if it's the modern day. If it took place in the past, he mentions something about 75. He mentions the number 75. So say it was from 1975, then you would think that this movie takes place in 1991, which is possible considering that there's a payphone in it. I'm not so sure on the cars. I didn't see any cell phones, so yeah, it's possible this thing takes place in the early 90s, and you know, he's a 70s guy who's been underground since. He's like a Weather Underground type guy. So yeah, I guess I would check it out. I mean, I'm at least intrigued, but the trailer really doesn't tell you much about the actual plot. There's a lot of stuff going on. Here's his pregnant wife before she gives birth, obviously. And I'm not sure. I guess I'm going to guess that his wife is already dead by the time the events of the movie start. And he loved her dearly, which maybe he became a revolutionary just to be with her. And, you know, now he has to come out of hiding. She's long dead, and he has to come out of hiding to save his kid. And then recruits the other revolutionaries to help him. I'm not sure what this is. I'm going to guess it's some kind of gun. Some kind of sniper rifle, maybe. But Leonardo all seems kind of bumbling, too. So, I don't know. And he's being chased after by some military guys. So first act, first act, he's in hiding, and he gets word that his daughter has been kidnapped, and he has to find her. Meanwhile, his place gets raided, but he's lucky enough to escape. Maybe he's not there. His wife's already been dead. He's depressed about it, but his daughter is doing well. But now he finds out his daughter's been captured, or by someone who's trying to capture him, I think. So he decides to contact his old revolutionary contacts, including Benicio del Toro here. And is that his name? I forget his name already. Benicio del Toro, yeah. And a couple other guys, and they team up to save his kid. Benicio not on the team, but gets him the weapon he needs. So they do that, and he makes an attempt to save her, and maybe he does, right? And the outcome is maybe he dies, sort of, you know, kind of redeeming himself in the eyes of his daughter, maybe, who wasn't involved in any of this, and whose life was torn apart because of it, because of his involvement. Or maybe they escape again, and now, you know, you get the idea that, yeah, he's a wacky revolutionary still in hiding after all these years. I don't know. Here's the write-up. When their evil enemy resurfaces after 16 years, a group of ex-revolutionaries reunite to rescue one of their own daughter. Not a great write-up. But again, Paul Thomas Anderson. Sean Penn's in the mix, too, for some reason. Anybody else I would recognize from this lineup? No. Though some of these names do sound familiar. So, all right. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I would see this. Yeah. I can't tell, though, if it's supposed to be a comedy or not. But maybe it's sort of like a comedy with a little bit of humor. It does seem to have a lot of action, and that's very appealing to me. So, yeah. I think it might be one to check out so far. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on the green site, the orange site, and the black site for our other two videos. I know it's late. I've been late all week. I can't tell you. I haven't gotten any sleep because of Little Joan. I've been busy getting stuff ready for the Pineys this year. It's been a bit nuts. Speaking of, I've expanded my tour page quite a bit. There's a lot of irons in the fire for events coming up this year, so check them out. I will be at Tom's River on Sunday from 10 to 4 at the Elks Lodge for the Spring Fling comic book convention, so come out to see that. And then we got some stuff coming up in April, and of course we'll be doing a live stream later that Sunday. And also Saturday I'm going to be trying to get out to the grave of Joe Mulliner, the famous highway bandit during the Revolutionary War, which I've talked about in my books and talked about on the shorts. So hopefully you'll be seeing some footage from that. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you.